Welcome back to the Milwaukee Real Estate Market Update. We're covering real estate news and data and break it down to help you understand how it impacts your real estate decisions. Teaser, will corporate layoffs lead to a scary housing market?
I sure hope not. Let's take away this episode. We're looking at the data for the last month to see what has, and most importantly, what hasn't changed for the year. It's a fall cool-off. The leaves are coming down, leaves are turning. Who can take advantage of this in the housing market right now? And we got a little game we're playing here. Ty tries to guess the housing prices of these listings we have. And also, what are they handing out for Halloween?
Absolutely. We're here to give you the info you need to make the right decisions regarding your real estate. Should I buy a home now? Should I be selling? Is the housing market about to crash? Are these headlines I'm reading, content I'm seeing on social media true or even relevant to me? If you're new to the show or returning because you found value in our previous videos, please take a second to subscribe now. This helps us reach more people who need this information. And also, follow us and reach out on Instagram at Horizon Homes MKE or our website, homewithhorizon.com.
And this episode is brought to you by Venture Title. Venture for all of your title and closing services needs. We use them. Our clients use them. They are a phenomenal group. Reach out to them at orders@venturetitle.wi.com.
I'm Ty.
I'm Nick.
With Compass, your local real estate experts.
Ty, what is going on this week, man? How we doing?
Nothing much, man. Just good to be back in the seat. Here I know it's been a little bit up and down. Lots of travel, all those good things. It's just that time of the year, wedding season. Little sneak in a couple vacations while the weather's still good.
Yeah, I feel like
a little bit of colds going around.
Yeah, I feel like earlier in the year we were really good about this, and we met every week, and then we've kind of fallen off. But I feel like we've a lot of life stuff has happened for us, like travel, work.
Getting engaged,
venue shopping.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't think we talked about that here yet, so congrats.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to do a special episode.
Full recap.
Maybe we should get Ashley and Kelsey in on an episode one time.
Dude, that would actually be sweet.
Yeah. I'd love to hear their perspective of what we do all day. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Of what do we do?
You just talk on the phone all day.
Right. Yeah. No, it's good to be back here, man. I've been battling a cold / the flu for the last couple days, so if I sound a little stuffy, that's why.
Yeah.
We're here, man. I'm ready.
That's great. Yeah, we're here in Q4, fourth quarter of the year. That's when everything comes to a screeching halt, right? Not a single transaction happens.
Allegedly. That's what they say. And I don't know if we're not seeing that. Our business isn't seeing that. The stats we're about to go through today aren't seeing that. We're also 2 days before Halloween here, and I feel like last year we did some spooky things, like haunted house kind of stuff. We don't have anything like that fun prepared, but we can make this a spooky episode as we go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I would say so.
All right.
Before we dive into the market stats, I think just like a general pulse on the market of how we're feeling.
Yeah,
I would say it was very clear about 2 weeks ago, middle of October, showing activity started to dip and it's on the downward trajectory. We can see that inside of showing time data, not only in the state of Wisconsin, but state of Illinois, like some of our neighboring states. And I saw it anecdotally myself with a client that I had shopping in Wauwatosa. They've been shopping since about April of this year. They've written 3 offers up to that point, getting just totally stumped by sometimes 5 to 10 other offers. A couple weeks ago, we go and see this nice Wauwatosa home. The assumption is, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go 30, 40, 50,000 over asking based on the comparables we've seen earlier this year. And the home was still there on Monday. We went, did a second showing, no competition.
Love that.
And this is in a market in Wauwatosa that for most of the year has had about 2 weeks of supply, or about half a month, very much lower than what we're seeing in the Milwaukee greater area. Now, what I believe we're seeing here is in a very specific market is these markets that are more first-time home buyers centric, that maybe have people that have had to re-sign leases and have just maybe been totally worn out by the Wauwatosa and West Allis market. They've quit for the year. They've hung up their showing notes and everything else. We'll just start again next spring. Now is a very small window of opportunity between today and Thanksgiving, where there's still people who need to sell their home, and the people that are willing to make that move and deal with the stress of trying to move in the holiday season. Now is a great window of opportunity.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what we see every year too, is it's a better buying window right now. We're seeing fewer competition. It's still a seller's market. There's still
Definitely.
competition. Homes are still selling quick. relatively. But yeah, now is a really good window as we start to approach the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, where if you're still looking for a home this year, this might be your best opportunity. You might have fewer options, I would say, because there's fewer listings right now, but also, like you just mentioned, you have fewer competition. And we kind of talk about it can be a hard grind for buyers, especially in the market we're in right now. And the buyers that are committed, that are able to kind of weather the storm, it always will work out for you. I would say, like, it's rare I find a client that if they're committed, we don't make something work for them. And now is a phenomenal time if you're looking to not get discouraged, because there should be more opportunity out there for you right now.
And this is less of an anecdote. This is actual hard data.
Yep.
In inventory, I'll kind of jump ahead here. There's 3,095 homes that were listed for sale as of the end of September. That's our most recent data. That is the highest amount of listings that we've had for the last 24 months on the market, in a time frame where every single year you know exactly what's going to happen right around this time, end of October, approaching Thanksgiving, showing activity and buyer demand goes down, which you can actually see very clearly in the months of supply. We're sitting at 2.3 months of supply. It's, month over month, it's gone up slightly. This is literally the best buying window that we've had in the last 12 months is right now for the next few weeks. But you're not going to be ready to grab the opportunity if you haven't already done those education preparation steps that we harp on all the time here.
Yeah, well said, man.
Yeah. So with those, any other anecdotes before we get into the fun part, which is going line by line to the data?
I'd say it's officially fall in Milwaukee. It is finally officially fall. My theory is that seasons are kind of moved back a month. I feel like winter starts later, winter lasts longer, fall starts later. I don't know if I'm crazy on that or not, but it is officially fall. The leaves are changing. There's leaves on the ground. It's sweater weather, so it's
the leaf sucker, as I call it, the machine that drives around Shorewood picking up leaves. It's in action. Last week was the first week of leaf pickup, so that's always the week that leaf pickup starts. I don't know. I think you might be a little bit crazy in terms of fall. Fall hit, leaves started dropping. I was I had leaves in my yard before everybody else, which was a little bit annoying. So I'm like, why am I the only one that looks like the the bum on the street that is doing their leaves?
Hasn't
I realized
their yard
no one else has as many front yard trees as I do.
Yeah.
So, but let's dive into some data here. So this is for the month of September, the 4-county area here in the Milwaukee greater area.
The latest data we have. This came out 10 days ago, right?
Yep, this is the latest data that we have. And September 2025, new listings, 1,800 homes, up 4% year over year. Pending sales right around 400, which is flat. The exact same number of pending listings, 394 versus 394 last year.
Insane.
Which is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Closed sales at 1,300 homes, up 4%. So we're seeing the closed sales are pacing at the exact same rate as the new listings, both up about 4%. Move on to days on market, exactly the same as a year ago, 21 days on the market before getting under contract. Our median and average sales price, we've got $380,000 for the median sales price, up 11% on the year. That is up 6.5% if we just look at all of essentially year to date versus last year at this point in time. $450,000 is the average sales price now, up 10%. Both of these, essentially, both the median sales price and the average sales price, are up about $40,000 year over year. We did some quick math before we started recording here. That's $250 per month if you just did the exact same, essentially, home last year versus this year.
Mortgage payment difference.
The mortgage payment, just principal and interest, it's $250 more per month, which I think is just an interesting note of we're seeing very similar rates of appreciation going on. So each year it is about $3,000 more expensive per year to buy the exact same home. Percent of original list price received, we're now going under list price at 99.6% of list price received. That's roughly the same as what we saw a year ago. Like I just mentioned a bit ago, inventory of homes for sale, we're at 3,095, up 3%, right there in line with new listings, the closed sales. This is the most inventory that we've had in 24 months, but we're talking about 100 homes across a million population count city. So not a substantial increase when you actually look at the nominal value. Months of supply, 2.3 months versus 2.3 months a year ago.
Yeah. So I kind of seeing all this, summarizing it, my main takeaways are we're still in a seller's market.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of Groundhog's Day. Prices are still going up. Homes are still moving quick. There's inventory hitting the market, not as much as we really need. Homes are going under contract. I think it's kind of interesting looking at, it's been now, 9 months of data that we have.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at the amount of homes that have closed plus are under contract right now, which is 1331 plus 394, that's about 1,700 homes total that have either sold or are under contract now. If we subtract that from the total listings this year, there's 150 homes this year that have not sold.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
everything's being absorbed.
Which is crazy to think about. There's only 150 homes that didn't sell on the market, that expired and didn't sell. I think that's a pretty good way to think about most homes that are getting listed are being sold.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see that really changing based on the data that we have here either.
No, I would totally agree. And, let's kind of, scroll through some of the more deep dive as we look at some of these stats, see if there's anything that we want to call out. And I'd say one, like we've shared, we're kind of at like the low season of new inventory coming to the market. That's going to continue to decline. I'd say that's the one challenge that those opportunistic buyers that are ready to make a move between now and Thanksgiving and submit an offer, you just may have a little bit less choice in the month of November and December. But knowing if you've been shopping, window shopping, and be able to compare and contrast what you knew was available, it is a great time to get some good discounts on that. Otherwise, it's the exact same thing that we talk about. Days on market has pretty much been a flat line since 2019. We're seeing that we're one of the fastest markets in terms of how fast homes go under contract. We're seeing the prices go up month over month. And at this point, I think this would be a good one to kind of look at. We have not had a single month of year over year price declines. It's been positive every single month for the last 12 months. I'm sure that's the exact same thing if we look to September 2024 backwards looking. We started off in a heater last year of essentially October, November, December, January, February last year. We're on double-digit price increases year over year. And now in September, we hit another almost up 12%.
Crazy.
Like, we may be going into another period here where the one thing that might influence transactions to keep on climbing in a point of the year where its seasonality usually reduces it, is interest rates are creeping closer and closer to being less than 6%, which has been surveyed as being a tipping point for buyer demand.
Yep.
So we'll see where that leads us. Right now, so far, it looks like September is when those rates got down from about a 7% to a 6.25. Is that influencing what we're seeing here in terms of prices as well?
Yep. I think too, looking at this kind of inventory, we always talk about that this is for the 4 greater county areas of Milwaukee. And whenever you're in the home buying or home selling phase, or just interested about the market, it's always great to get granular, to add specific the market you can, because what is happening in West Dallas is very different than what's happening in Cudahy. And one thing that I like looking at this report is your months of supply based off different price points. And this is still for the 4 county areas, but we can see where the most competition is. It's going to be kind of that 200 to 500K price point.
Yeah.
That is kind of, you think about your typical home buyer Milwaukee area, that's going to be maybe first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, depending on the price point as well and location. It is super competitive in this 2 to 500K spot. That's also where the majority of the inventory is. You're looking at less than 2 months of supply really in this area.
And even one click deeper, like 300,000 to 500,000, it's at 1.9 months of supply, pretty much the lowest mark. I mean, right now in September, I don't think our overarching months of supply of all of the Milwaukee greater area ever really got below 2 this year. It's like we're still very much in a hot seller's market in just this 300 to 500,000, right where our median sales price sits in our market.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I would say we can kind of pivot to some national news. I feel like the thing that's been like top of mind for me, especially because we've got significant others that are out in the retail, is there's some layoffs going on, which, I know that there's been some rate cuts recently from the Fed, which is because of the softening labor market. And now we're actually seeing some big companies, namely Target, Amazon, Molson Coors, Starbucks being some big names out there that either have executed some layoffs or even have communicated some are coming soon.
Yeah, it's very interesting right now. I feel like from a market perspective, what we're seeing, I feel like this is all anecdotally. I feel like finding a job right now, people that I know going through the interview process, the finding a job process, not easy. You have the stock market at all-time highs.
Yeah.
So you have the stock market that's showing really no signs of stopping. You got the housing market that is still chugging along. Obviously, the Milwaukee housing market is extremely strong. I think nationally it's not as strong, but it's balanced.
Improving.
Yeah. And then you have all this chatter from what's actually happening in the corporate world. My sister works at Target, so you have essentially
She make it through?
I don't think we know yet.
Okay.
Because the Target was kind of interesting. They announced that they're going to lay off people before they did the layoffs. So she's known that layoffs are coming for the past 2 weeks, and I've never heard of a corporate company announcing they're doing layoffs and then people kind of being like, what's happening? Am I a part of this or not?
Great way to keep productivity up.
Yeah, and they're all working from home this week, and we don't need to go into the full details there, but this isn't a good sign to see massive amounts of layoffs happening. And this is also where most of these layoffs are taking place. It's a lot of people in the corporate positions. It's not the first line workers or labor. It's the white collar office administration types of employees. And so this is not a positive signal to the market whatsoever. I think,
No.
I don't know how many people are involved with the Amazon layoffs, but it's substantial.
What was it, like 15,000 or something like that? Like it was I think almost 10x the amount of people at the target quantity. So.
And I wonder if this is them seeing signs of maybe a softening happening in the world. I wonder too if this is maybe now with AI kind of being here, if companies have been able to kind of harness AI to realize that they don't need as many employees and AIs are replacing jobs.
Analyst positions, things that can be like research level positions that honestly, coming from a retail background originally myself, like there's a lot of stuff where now you just put in a big Excel spreadsheet or a PDF document and it kind of tells you what to do, which used to take hours to summarize every Monday, every Friday, like how's sales going? What should we do next? Like you can streamline that, have less people doing probably the same job.
Yeah.
I know under the covers of some of this layoff too is some of it's just them removing positions that were just not filled at that point in time as well. In some cases, maybe 50% of this aren't actual people getting the axe. It's they're just going to continue that position altogether. So like removing opportunities from the market versus an actual person being impacted.
Yep.
And probably one of these four, I'm sure there's others out there. Molson Coors is actually a local large corporation here for us as well in the Miller Valley. They make Miller and they make Coors and all. It's a big like probably the biggest or second biggest producer of these beer alcoholic beverages. I think they're seeing somewhere around like a 9% reduction workforce, but it's uncertain of is that going to have a local Milwaukee impact or not. So time will tell. Is like that actually could be something that impacts probably some of that middle of the market, 300 to 500K buyer here in our market,
Definitely.
depending on how that flows through.
Yep.
But I mean, that's kind of what we've got, what's going on in terms of like the stats in Milwaukee. What are some national news articles that are actually kind of trickling a little bit down into our market, especially with Molson Coors. But that's what we had in terms of like the update, a little bit shorter in terms of the stats here. But I know you got a fun bit. Back to some fun bits here.
Yeah, we haven't done this one in a while, man. Yeah. So let's do guess that list price.
Okay.
All right. So
you got to hide your screen.
I know. We're sitting next to each other. It's not the easiest to do this. Maybe you close your eyes or you get a blindfold or something for you.
Oh yeah.
So I've got 3 properties pulled up here. What I'm gonna give you is kind of like the baseball card stats of these. Okay.
Okay.
And I want you to, like it says, guess that list price. And if you can get within 10,000, let's say if you can get within 30,000 total between the 3, you win a little prize. All right.
A prize?
Yeah.
Oh, like trick or treat, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. All right.
See.
And I try to do ones that I think you should know. These are ones that you go ahead.
And I've got a Halloween bit. After we guess, we know where it is. I'll tell you what that house would give out for trick or treat.
Oh, okay.
As well.
That's good. All right. What kind of candy bars or?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know.
Okay. Let's start with your neighborhood here, Shorewood, Wisconsin.
Okay.
53211.
Okay.
All right. I'm not gonna tell you the address, but let me give you the description first.
Okay.
You know what? No, let's do a bed bath count here. 4 bed.
Okay.
3 bath. 2,500 square feet.
Okay.
Okay. Description. Beautifully reimagined home seamlessly blends its historic charm with modern convenience. Main level welcomes you with expansive, light-filled living areas designed for both comfort and entertaining. Chef's kitchen complete with gorgeous finishes, high-end appliances, spacious island, unique butler's pantry serves as the heart of this home. Upstairs are 3 bedrooms, one with access to the expansive porch overlooking the backyard and a spectacular full bath with a soaking tub and double sinks. New attic space provides a 4th bedroom ensuite, walk-in closet, and laundry. A finished LL is just a bonus for this dreamy home.
Finished lower level.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
LL. Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with, so Shorewood, 4-bed, 3-bath, lots of updates that are inside of that.
You get one question.
I'm going to put it at, is this East Shorewood or is this West Shorewood? Seems like an east of Oakland.
It is.
Okay. I'm going to put it at 925 this time of the year.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Okay. You're well off.
Cool.
You're well off. This is listed at 680.
Okay. What a steal.
Yeah, I agree. This, and looking through the photos here, it does look very nice. It's updated, recessed lighting. Shorewood homes are typically older, and so you kind of get like a mix of how updates look. I feel like they did a really good job with this one, and I feel like this is a very generous price here for this property as well too.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. 3 days on market, Shorewood, it could be $100K over.
It could be, and also too, I think square footage here. You got a finished basement.
Includes the basement.
So really, I think a finished attic as well. So I think the square footage is real, but above grade is probably going to be a lot less than what they have here. So I'll throw that as the reason why you were off there.
Yeah, I was not including the basement for sure on that. So I bet it closes closer to mid-7s.
All right.
Lower level, without that, seems right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're ready for the next one here.
So for the candy, full-size candy bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Snickers, Butterfingers.
Yeah, definitely. Full-size candy bar, which allegedly is supposed to be a better deal than the minis.
Are you doing that then?
No.
But you live kind of close to this house.
I do, yeah.
Interesting.
I'm originally from Iowa though, so it's slightly different.
So Jolly Ranchers and Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah. Tootsie Rolls are the worst.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of the candy that you're just like, I don't want
right.
this. Okay, Tosa home, 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,500 square feet. Beautiful bungalow, steps from the village of Tosa, offers classic charm, winning curb appeal, fabulous yard. Covered porch is perfect for morning coffee and evening relaxation. Bright entryway doubles as a cozy sunroom or mudroom. Stunning French doors lead to a spacious living room featuring hardwood floors, natural woodwork, classic crown molding, formal dining room, stylish chandelier, spectacular built-in buffet, sunny kitchen, white cabinetry, newer dishwasher, all 3 bedrooms and full bathroom, conveniently located upstairs. Backyard features new privacy fence, great composite deck, plenty of green space. Wauwatosa Farmers Market, Hart Park, shopping, restaurants, and so much more. This is listed by Firefly, if that gives you any insight into the listing price as well.
Yeah.
3-bed, 1-bath, 1,500 square feet.
Oh, man.
Beautiful bungalow in Tosa.
Yeah, it's going to throw me off there because this list price could be drastically off. My gut was like $375 as you described that, because it's a 3-bed, 1-bath, but it sounds super nice, which as you're describing, like, man, that actually might be, if it's that close to the village, it might be a $399, but I almost want to just go, I'm going to do a flyer here. I'm going to go with $349.9.
Yeah.
Just because I know, is that it?
It's $350. $350.
Yeah. We don't have to go into details that, but like that is a $410,000 house if it's clean and crisp and everything that you described.
Yep. It is all those things. Very classic, very bungalow, like cozy sort of feel
under contract
to it.
Already.
3 days on market, under contract, and so I think there are maybe some weird quirks to the home, like some design styles that aren't perfect, some hardwood floors that could use some TLC. So I think
that's $400,000 for somebody that did a high inspection coverage amount. It's probably $380 for somebody that maybe elected to waive their inspection.
Yep,
that's my gut.
Yep, and I think it's also a classic tale here of if you price it competitively, it's going to sell extremely quick, and I'm sure this will sell over asking as well too. Candy, what are we working with here?
Oh man, Tosa. I feel like with this, it's going to be like Kansas soda.
Okay, I like it.
Not pop, like we know from Iowa. It's Kansas soda.
Yeah, Olipop.
Yeah.
Like things like that.
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to be like a little quirky,
Yeah. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, last home here. This one's a little interesting. So we got a single family home in Brookfield.
Okay.
5 beds, 4-bath, 4,700 square feet.
Okay.
So you got 3,600 above grade, 1,100 below grade. This was built in 1986.
Okay.
All right.
4-bed, 5-bath. Is that what you said?
Other way, 5-bed, 4-bath.
Okay.
Yep, 3.5 car attached garage. Move right into the spacious home, highly sought after Glencarry neighborhood. Main level blends comfort and function, featuring a bright sunroom off the kitchen, granite countertops, backslash, stainless steel appliances and breakfast bar, formal living, dining. Great room provides excellent entertaining space. Upstairs offers 4 large bedrooms, primary suite, walk-in closet, dual sinks, jetted tubs, walk-in shower. Lower level adds versatility with a full bath, bar, kitchen. Workout area, optional 5th bedroom, ideal in-law setup. Enjoy a peaceful private yard with patio near I-94, Milwaukee, and Lake Country. I think I'm curious. Like, go ahead and tell me what you think this is, and then I think I got like some thoughts for you. But 5 bed, 4 bath, Brookfield.
Okay. Size of yard.
It is. We'll say just over an acre. I don't see this
Just over an acre.
Yeah,
It's up here.
yeah. I'm looking.
Just gotta hover over it, dude.
Yeah. It's 0.6 acres. Thank you.
0.6. Okay, just over 1. Also known as 0.6.
0.6. Yeah, round up.
Oh man, so it's an updated, like 40-year-old home, roughly.
I don't know if I said updated.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But
it's lots of sun. Okay, I'm gonna go 725.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. 995.
Okay.
Yeah, 995. I would say
Still on the market, under contract.
It just got listed today. So
Okay.
1 day on market here. I think this one's interesting because if this home was an updated, brand new home, probably 1.2, 1.3 is kind of what you're looking for in the Brookfield space with this kind of size. I think a lot of this looks to be untouched since when it was built. There's a lot of like tasteful updates that have been done, but you got a lot of like original tile, not a lot of like the high-end amenities that you would see in Brookfield.
Yeah.
So I think this was a tricky one. A lot of it to do with.
Yeah, you threw me for a curve saying,
I
not
know,
updated.
I know. Well, I think you did okay here. You know, you did okay.
Yeah.
I gave you this one.
So
I think was
it's
the hardest one
not
here.
as updated home. Okay, so in this case, they're probably handing out, toothbrush and toothpaste.
Oh, dentist here?
Yeah, dentist.
I like
here.
maybe some floss.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
nice. Well, I think you've done better, but also I think these are harder ones here, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Thanks for giving at least the Tosa one.
Tosa one you nailed, man.
I mean, that's
You nailed that
that's
one.
where I've got my Google My Business page if you're looking for me. So
Yep.
if I got that one wrong, I need to essentially delist that. But
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, I don't think we have anything else for you guys here today as I embarrass myself coming into this describing homes bit. But with that, thanks for joining us. Follow, subscribe. We'll be back again next week, hopefully, with your Milwaukee real estate market update.
Bye, guys.